From his private Cape Canaveral area, the billionaire is manifesting his own interplanetary reality, whatever the cost. Ahead of 2022, Elon Musk is already wondering about futuristic 2032 and his space journey to Mars. Elon Musk has given a statement about his mission to Mars. That is, "I'll be surprised if we're not landing on Mars within 5 years." Before starting the video, please subscribe to the channel and click on the notification icon so you would get notified when we upload the next video. Number 4. Mission to Mars. The richest man in the world does not own a house and has recently been selling off his fortune. He tosses satellites in orbit and harnesses the sun. He drives a car he created that uses no gas and barely needs a driver. With a flick of his finger, the stock market soars or swoons. Any army of devotees hangs on his every utterance. He dreams of Mars as he bestrides Earth, square-jawed and indomitable. Just like us, the world's richest man, Elon Musk is finding it hard to believe that this year is already over, almost. The year raced from January to December so quick that the SpaceX and Tesla boss is already looking forward to the future, and is not just 2022, but 2031. Yes, the billionaire is already looking forward to 2023 and wonders what the future will look like. Musk took to his official Twitter account to share his surprise on how quickly this year passed us by, with just a few days to go for 2022, and asked his 66.2 million fans what 2023 will be like. For Musk, who seems very optimistic, tomorrow looks futuristic and possibly also full of space travel. The SpaceX founder has often spoken about his dreams on bringing life to Mars from Earth and building cities on the red planet. Well, the business tycoon is already developing a vehicle called Starship, which can carry up to 100 people on a mission to the Moon and Mars. Will we be on Mars? The Tesla boss asked his followers. In February, space policy expert and Arizona State University professor Greg Autry told Business Insider that Musk literally won't reach Mars until at least 2029, with or without NASA's help. Other space experts say Mars probably can't sustain long-term human settlement at all. Musk himself told nonprofit XPRIZE in April that some astronauts will probably die en route to Mars. Number 3. Starship. Starship is the enormous stainless steel rocket that SpaceX has been building and testing at its development facility in Boca Chica, Texas. Starship's goal is to launch cargo and people into mission to the Moon and Mars. Current Starship prototypes stand at about 150 feet tall, or about the size of a 15-story building, and each one is powered by 3 Raptor rocket engines. Musk had earlier announced that his team is building the vehicle in a launch pad in Florida. According to a recent report in Space.com, SpaceX will try to fly a Starship into orbit for the first time in early 2022, if all goes according to the plan. SpaceX founder Elon Musk has shared a photo of Starship, the massive next-generation rocket his company is developing, to launch cargo and people on missions to the Moon and Mars, after they announced they had been building a launch pad in Florida. Construction of the Starship orbital launch pad at the Cape has begun. Musk tweeted, "The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, confirmed SpaceX is within the rights of their lease agreement to make launch infrastructure improvements within the boundaries of the pad." The American Space Agency has said it is not providing funds for the Starship launch pad. The orbital test for the new spacecraft is a much part of Elon Musk and SpaceX's plan for the future of space travel, and the company's ultimate goal is to launch an uncrewed mission to Mars in 2024 and human spaceflight to the Red Planet in 2026. According to reports, the Starship design is meant to be used for both suborbital flights on Earth and for deep space missions. They also say Starship will be a next-generation, fully reusable rocket capable of carrying up to 100 people to Mars. Being reusable, the Starship can be refilled with propellant after returning from space and can be ready to launch again in a short period of time, reducing the cost of the entire enterprise. The SpaceX prototype of its Starship, SN-11, which is being designed for an eventual trip to Mars, crashed during a test landing attempt in March. In August, SpaceX said in filings with the Federal Communications Commission, it intends to use its Starship rocket as a primary vehicle to deliver spacecraft into orbit. Elon Musk has spoken about his dream of building cities on Mars and said settling humans on other planets could preserve civilization if Earth were to experience a cataclysm. History is going to be bifurcate along 2 directions. One path is we stay on Earth forever, and then there will be some eventual extinction event, Musk said in 2016. Number 2. Multi-planet species. Elon Musk remains focused on his vision for SpaceX. establishing a permanent human presence on Mars. "We don't want to be one of those single-planet species. We want to be a multi-planet species," Musk said. "It's been now almost a half-century since humans were last on the moon. That's too long. We need to get back there and have a permanent base on the moon, and then build a city on Mars to become a spacefaring civilization, a multi-planet species," Musk also said. The company has performed multiple successful test flights of Starship, although landing attempts after the last 4 high-altitude flights ended in fiery explosions. Despite the prototype's destruction, SpaceX sees the test flights as progress towards creating a rocket that is fully reusable. SpaceX's current Falcon fleet of rockets is particularly reusable, as the company can land and reuse the rocket's boosters. But Musk hopes Starship transforms space travel into some more akin to commercial air travel. The rocket's enormous size would also make it capable of launching several times as much cargo at once. For comparison, while SpaceX's Falcon 9 rockets can send as much as 60 Starlink satellites at a time, SpaceX says Starship will be able to launch 400 Starlink satellites at one time. Musk remains highly confident that SpaceX will land humans on Mars by 2026, saying last December that it's an achievable goal about 6 years from now. He added that SpaceX plans to send a Starship rocket with crew in 2 years. In the meantime, SpaceX has many milestones to go before Starship can carry passengers. The rocket has yet to reach orbit. Musk last year said that the company will fly hundreds of missions with satellites before we put people on board. Musk may be focused on Mars, but the hurdles of Starship development are not lost on the space billionaire. "It's a tough vehicle to build because we're trying to crack this nut of rapid and fully reusable rocket," Musk said. "But the thing that is really important to revolutionize space is a rapidly reusable rocket that is reliable too." Number 1. Wants to use wealth to get humans to Mars. Elon Musk says he wants to use wealth to get humans to Mars, not pay taxes. "My plan is to use the money to get humanity to Mars and preserve the light of consciousness." It didn't come as a shock when Tesla CEO Elon Musk criticized a plan to tax billionaires earlier this week. The billionaire, who also happens to be the richest person in the world, has other goals in mind for his tremendous wealth, making humanity interplanetary. "My plan is to use the money to get humanity to Mars and preserve the light of consciousness," he tweeted today. Thanks to Tesla closing a massive deal with rental car company Hertz this week, Musk's personal net worth is closing in on $300 billion, which, just to be clear, is an absolutely obscene amount of money, despite the majority being tied up in shares. Musk also resorted to a common conservative talking point, that the ultra-wealthy can only pay so much. U.S. national debt is $28,900 billion, or $229,000 per taxpayer. Musk argued in a tweet on Wednesday, even taxing all billionaires at 100% would only make a small dent in that number. So obviously the rest must come from the general public. This is basic math. Ironically, Musk has often relied on government spending to grow his business, including a $465 million loan from the U.S. Energy Department in 2010, as Fortune points out. And NASA's Human Landing System contract to develop a lunar lander also netted SpaceX a $2.9 billion contract, paid out over a number of years. Musk may have the last laugh, but not because of his tweets. The billionaire taxation plan is facing criticism from within the Democratic Party, putting it on shaky ground. The SpaceX CEO has long been of the opinion that the best thing humanity can accomplish is to establish bases on other planets, especially Mars. But has Musk forgotten about Earth? His tremendous wealth could have tremendously positive impact back on our home planet. Musk's net worth increased by over $36 billion this week. Just $6 billion of that could help 42 million people that are literally going to die if we don't reach them. The UN's World Food Program chief David Beasley told CNN, "It's not complicated." Do let us know in the comments what you think of this Mars mission of Elon Musk. And do you support him or not? Thanks for watching.